Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So as in the previous class, we have completed the exercise of chapter 3. Let us come to the book. So I hope you all have completed these exercise in your notebook as well. That was about Microsoft Word. So we have finished all the question answers, then other exercise like true, false, filling the blanks and objective tick the correct answers. Now today we are going to start our next chapter, that is chapter 4, which is a QBasic. So we will see what is a QBasic and what is all this in this chapter. So this is our chapter 4. So what all we will read in this chapter, let us see first. In this chapter we will see about the introduction, that what is QBasic, then what is the full form, who has developed this language, clear, and what is its use, clear. Then what are the elements of QBasic, clear, how we can create some program, clear, and how we can save any program, clear. So this QBasic is a soft, you can say, a way or a program using which you can design some small programs and also we can save them. Then we will see what are the commands in QBasic, clear. So this is you can say a programming language in which you can write some programs. So now let us see what is a QBasic, what is a programming language, what is a program. So this all we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, so let us first see the introduction. So the computer, being a machine, needs a sequence of instruction in a form that it can understand to perform any task. So as we all know that we are humans, we have brain, we can understand everything, but the computer is a machine, clear. So whatever the work we need to be get done with the help of computer, first the computer will need the instruction to do all of those tasks, clear. That is why we need some programming language, clear. So using this programming language only the computer can understand that what work is required to be done. So let us see first that what is a programming language. So a programming language is a set of words, instructions, abbreviations and symbols that tells a computer what to do, clear. We all know that for any of work we need some language, as we use English, Hindi, any other language, clear. Whatever the language the person is speaking, so all the instructions are required to be given in that language. So in the same way the computer will understand some machine language, so those language will be understood by the machine, clear. So that is why these programs and these different instructions which are given to the computer, they all are the part of that programming language. So what a programming language is, it just we have seen that it is a set of words. Set means combination, means a group of some words, some instruction. That suppose we want to add two numbers, like add 2 plus 7, so we will write something like add then 2 comma 7, something like that instruction, so it will understand. So you can write add 2 and 7, so it will add 2 and 7, or you can write simply 2 plus 7. So this way this will be the instruction which you are giving to the computer, clear. So this type of the words, then different instructions, some abbreviation, clear. So these abbreviation we all know what is abbreviation, when we use the short form. So in the same way in the computer also we can use few of those abbreviation. Then some symbols like addition symbol we have used, so these operators, greater than, less than, equal to, so these are all some symbols. So these are all part of the programming language, clear. What is programming language? Programming language, you can say, is a set of words, some instructions, Okay, so whatever the thing which you are giving as the instruction to the computer, they all are part of the programming language. Then the computer reads the instruction and does exactly what they say. So whatever the instruction we give to the computer read those instructions and understand them and do whatever the instruction has been given to it. Clear? So how the computer will work? The computer will work on the basis of the instructions which we give in the form of the program. So programming language is used for writing the program. Okay, so this chapter, which is the QBasic, that is something which is related to this programming language. Okay, so as we have seen, the chapter name is QBasic. Clear? So this is something which is related to the programming. Now let us see what a basic is. So basic you have read in the previous classes also, that is the high level programming language. What is the full form of basic? You have already read in the previous class, that is basic all symbolic instruction code or beginners all symbolic instruction code. Clear? So this is the high level programming language which was designed by these are the names, John Kameny and Thomas Kurtz in year 1963. Clear? So you can see the full form also here, that basic stands for the beginners all, let me erase this, basic stands for beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. So this is the full form of basic, and this language was developed in year 1963. And what were the two names using which the basic was designed? John Kameny and Thomas Kurtz. Clear? So these two persons were the persons who have developed this programming language. So this language was especially developed for training the beginners in the programming. So those who are new to the programming concept, they start something with the easy thing. Clear? Whatever we learn, we start some basic concept as we read English or any other language, Hindi, Sanskrit. So whatever the language we are learning, first we start with very basic things like the alphabets, the consonant, vowels. In the same way, in the programming language also, we start with the basic concept which are easy to understand. So in this programming concept, the basic language which is used, so that is a basic thing which is used for beginners to learn. Although the person who learn the programming, they begin, this basic was developed for training those beginners. Clear? So now this basic is also having different versions. Versions means the different you can say when any programming language or any software is developed, so all of this come in different versions. Something is released first, and after some year later there are some advanced you can say advanced features are released, so they are called the different versions. So in this way the basic is also having different versions. What are they? They are GW basic, then power basic, Q basic. So these are the different versions of the basic language. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the QBasic programming. I hope this is clear, that what is the use of this programming language, why we need this, and how the basic was developed and why it was designed. Clear? So it was designed to train the beginners, to make it easy to learn them. Clear? And what are the different versions of the basic? These are GW basic, power basic, and Q basic. So in this chapter we will see what is Q basic. Let us erase this and come to the first topic, that is the Q basic. Okay, so we will see now what a Q basic, who has developed it, and in which year it was released. So Q basic was released by Microsoft in year 1991. Clear? So the basic was developed in 1963, but the QBasic was developed in 1991, and this was developed by Microsoft. We all know that Microsoft is a company which is famous for the Windows operating system. You have heard the name of Bill Gates, so he is the founder of these Microsoft company, so which is developing various softwares, the operating system, various in the computing field, the various areas, the development research. Clear? So this all the softwares which we use, most of these are developed by the Microsoft. Now it was included for free with MS-DOS 5, which was included free. The QBasic, the software which is QBasic, this was included for free with MS-DOS 5 and its later versions. Clear? So whenever earlier in those days, as we use the Windows operating system, at that time the operating system was DOS, that is disk operating system. MS-DOS, full form of MS-DOS is Microsoft Disk Operating System, and this 5 means that that is the version of MS-DOS. Clear? So this QBasic was free or available free with the MS-DOS 5, and after all of those later versions of the MS-DOS, then it comes packed in with the Windows operating system. So Windows operating system also have this QBasic software. Then this QBasic is also a high level programming language. So what is the meaning of this high level programming language? There is a term that QBasic is a high level programming language. So high level, there are some levels of the programming language. The high level programming language are those which a human can also understand. Clear? So we as a human, they are English type of language. Here we use the terms which are English type of words, and it can be easy understood by us, the humans as well. Then there are some machine level language where the codes will only be understood by the machines, that will be in the form of 0 and 1 or something like that, as the computer uses the binary coding, so that will be only easy for the machines. So we as a human, it will be very difficult for us to write the program in the machine language. Clear? So that is why I use the high level language, and when we work with this high level language in computer, these you can say these programs are translated or converted to the machine level language. Clear? So this is the concept of high level language and machine level language. So this QBasic is a high level programming language which help us to write, edit, execute and correct a program. So here are few terms like what is writing a program. Whenever we write something, as we have seen, as we write 2 plus 7, so this can be a short program, whatever the instructions which is required, whatever the syntax means the way in which we write the program, so that will be depend on the programming language, but this way we write the program. Clear? Then edit something, editing means to change something. Then execute, when after writing this program, after writing this instruction, when you run this command and see what will be the result of that, that is called as executing. Clear? So whenever the program is executed, it means we are running that program to obtain the result, that is called as execution. Clear? So this QBasic is a high level program which help us to do all of these, what all? Write, edit, execute and correct a program. Whatever the error you will write in the program, it will display that you have made some error while writing the program, then you can correct it also, that is called as debugging. Clear? So this all is a concept of how we can use the QBasic, that what all we can use with, what all we can do with the QBasic. So using QBasic we can write, edit, execute and correct a program. The programs written in QBasic needs to be converted in machine codes, as we have just seen that there are high level and machine level language. So whenever we write any high level program, they are converted into machine codes. Machine codes are those codes which are required for the machine, for the computer to understand. So that will be in the form of 0 and 1, or whatever the computer will understand, it will be according to that. But the high level is the language which is understood by us. So the QBasic is high level, and when you run it, it will be converted to the machine code. Now QBasic provides a working area to write a program and has its own interpreter. Clear? What is interpreter? Where there is a new term, what the interpreter. So when we are writing on the QBasic, whatever the program which we are writing, so this QBasic have a interpreter. What is the work of interpreter? It is written which converts one statement of a program into machine code at a time. So suppose we are writing multiple lines in the program. Suppose we have 3 lines of the program, or more than that also it can be, according to the situation. So whatever the program lines you have written, so this interpreter, what is the work of interpreter? This will translate this high level to some binary codes like 0 1 1 0, anything like that. So that will be for the first line. Then the second line will be interpreted. So each of these line will be done one by one. Clear? So this is the work of what? This is the work of interpreter. So whatever the instruction which you have written, it will again be interpreted, or it will be translated using the interpreter. I hope this is clear. So this interpreter is present with the software itself, that is the QBasic software. Okay, so this is the concept of high level language, machine level language, that is machine code, and interpreter. So this is the high level language which we have written, the English type of language. For example, add 2 plus 7 or something like that. Then the QBasic has the interpreter. Clear? So this interpreter will convert this high level to the machine codes. Clear? So this binary code which is available to us, so that will be converted by the interpreter. So this is the work of the interpreter, and it will convert this machine language, this will convert the high level language to machine language. Okay, then now let us see how to start the QBasic software and how it will look like. So here is starting QBasic. So QBasic is an open source software which can be downloaded free of cost. So any of the software which is open source, it means we can get it free of cost. You can get it from internet as well. So this is the meaning of open source. So this QBasic is a open source software. We can get it freely from the internet also. We can download it, install it. Then to start the QBasic, double click the QBasic file. Whatever the file you have, you start that file, and when you double click and start that, we will get a screen like this. So this type of screen will be available, and these are the different options we have, like menu bar. We all have seen as in the Word also. At the top the different menus are visible to you, like file, edit, view. So these are all the menu bar. Then the program window, the area where we write our program, this blue type of a screen. So here you will write the program. Then this, the first welcome page, you can see this will give you the version of the software. So like this it is written that 1987 to 1992. So as is was developed in year 1991. So this is the message according to the version. This QBasic also have the different version. So right now, as in we are all using Windows 10. So in the Windows 10, if you will need to install this QBasic, we will use need some extra softwares, that is DOSBox or something like that. So I will also try to install it, or else there are different other versions. You can search it online as well, how we can get the QBasic software. Okay, then there is a immediate window here. Clear? So below this program window we have this window which is called as immediate window. Okay, we will see what is the function of that, and then at the bottom we have the status bar. So whatever the different help commands or whatever the other things, they are present in the status bar. Whatever the current status of that program, whatever you are writing, so that all will be displayed in the status bar as well. Clear? So this is the introduction that how the software window will look. Clear? Let us erase this. Okay. So next is these terms which we have just seen, they are displayed here also. We can read this. So first is QBasic screen is also called as QBasic editor. Why we call this as a QBasic editor? Because in the screen we can edit the program. That is why they are called as QBasic editor, where you can write the programs and execute them. So whatever the program you are writing, we can write in this uh, window or this editor software, and we can run them. So that is execution. Clear? Then the QBasic screen has 4 parts, just we have seen. What are these 4 parts? The menu bar, program window, and intermediate window. So let us see this one by one. So first is menu bar. We have just seen what is the menu bar. Menu bar is at the top, this one, where the different menu names are visible to us. Clear? Then okay, let us come below. So menu bar we have just seen, now where we have the different options like file, view, edit. So these are all the part of menu bar. Then the program window. What is the program window? The upper window titled untitled is the window where you write the complete program. F5 is the key which is pressed to execute or run the program to get the result. So whatever the program you are typing, that is written in the program window. Here the blue screen is the area where which is called as program window. So whatever the instructions, whatever the program you have to write, we will write in this program window. And after writing that program, what we have to do, we can press the F5 button to run that program. Clear? So which key is used for running the program? It is F5 button. Clear? So when you press this F5 button, the program will run. Next is immediate window. So what is immediate window? The lower window titled immediate is known as immediate window, where the simple statement are typed which get executed immediately after pressing the enter key at the end of the statement. Clear? So in the immediate window we can write any simple statement, and if it is only a line or something like that, so we can write in the immediate window and we can get the result instantly. Okay, so this is the use of immediate window. Where is the immediate window? Here at the below this program window, you can see this is the immediate window which is having the title immediate. Clear? So here we can directly write any statement and get the result instantly. So that is the immediate window. Now F6 function key is used to switch from program window to immediate window and vice versa. So we have seen earlier, we have seen F5 key, now this is the F6 key. Clear? So these are the keys which are called as function key, which are present at the keyboard also. So when you press the F6 key, we can switch from the program window to immediate window. Clear? So which is above and below these two windows. So we can move from one window to another using this F6 window. And what was the use of F5 key? F5 key was used to execute or run the program which you have written in the program window. Clear? So this is the difference between the F5 key and F6 key while using the QBasic software. These keys have different function according to the software which we use. So in the QBasic, this is the function of F5 and F6 keys. Now next is status bar. So what is the status bar? It shows the shortcut keys and the location of the cursor on the screen. So at the bottom we have seen we have the status bar, so which displays you the different shortcuts or whatever the location of the cursor on the screen, that will be displayed to you in the status bar. Clear? Okay, let us erase this. Let me show you the status bar. Here is the status bar. You can see at the bottom where we have written F1, then enter. So these are the shortcuts. For help you can use the F1 button. When you want to execute something, you can press the enter button. Then for cancelling anything, you can press the escape button. Clear? For moving to the next field, we can press the tab button. Clear? Then to switch to move from one item to another, from one word to another, you can use the arrow key from the keyboard also. Clear? So this is all the use of status bar. So we have seen the four parts of the QBasic window, which is menu bar, program window, immediate window, and status bar. Now next is elements of the QBasic. Now as we were talking about that any programming language have different parts like some words, some symbols. So in this QBasic, let us see what are all the elements of these QBasic language. So the some basic elements which are required to construct a QBasic program. So which these elements are: first is character set. So few combinations of character, that will be called as character set. Some constant, we will see these terms when we will explain this. So constant is something which is fixed, which cannot change. Clear? Then variable, any something, for example if you are writing in the maths also, we define some like x is equal to 5, y is equal to 2. Clear? Then find x plus y. So these x or any type of this which holds some value, these are called as variable. And this 5, you can say that this 5 is constant and then x is variable. Clear? So in the same way, in any of this programming language, you can use these different elements. Then next is operator. The different operators like less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. Clear? So these are all called as operators. Then some statement like print 10. If you are writing something like that, like print 10 or print your name, print name. Clear? So this all will be called as a statement when you are stating something, when you are giving a statement to get executed or to get the result in this QBasic software. So this will be called as statement. So these are all the basic elements of the QBasic, which are character set, some constant, variable, operator, and statement. Now we will see these, each of these one by one. Okay, so first is, let us erase this. So first is a character set. So what is character set? We all know characters means some numbers, alphabets. So here these character set consist of alphabets, both small and capital, some numbers from 0 to 9. Clear? Then some special characters or some symbols which have their own meaning and function. So what are all the part of character set? You can see the alphabets, that is capital A to capital Z, which are the capital one. Then the small letters also, so small a to small z. So this all will be the different alphabets which we use. Then the numbers which you use starting from 0 to 9. So this will be 10 numbers. Then some special symbols like plus, minus, division, asterisk, bracket. Clear? So these are all the symbols which are used. Now these alphabets, numbers, these symbols, they are all part of the character set. So these are all the character which can be used in the QBasic software. Clear? Then next is constant. So what are constant? Here, as we were talking about, that constants are the data or the value in a program that cannot be changed during the program execution. Clear? So if you are making or writing any constant value, it means that the value of that constant will remain the same in the program and it will not change. So the data may be some letter, words, number or special character. Clear? Now these constants are further classified into numeric constant and let us bring this down. These are the numeric constant and string constant. Let us delete this first. Clear? Sorry. So we will see these about the constant, the different types of constant in the coming class, and then I will show you on the different other things, and we will also write some programs. So till then, what all we have covered in the today's class, we have seen what are the elements of the QBasic. Clear? This character, constant, variable, operator and statement. We have seen what are the parts of this QBasic window. Clear? Like menu bar, status bar, immediate window, and what is the concept of programming, then what is interpreter, what is high level language, what is low level language. Clear? So whatever the important things, write in your copies also. For example, you can write interpreter, high level. So I am giving you homework also. Write three terms, define three terms. One is high level programming language. Clear? So this is the first term for your homework. Then second term is what is interpreter. Clear? Then the third term we have one more, that what is machine codes or machine language. So these three questions, these three terms you have to define and write in your notebooks also. So let us meet in the next class with the further topics. Till then, revise all the things. Thank you everyone.